Okay guys, welcome back to this video. Okay, this video is going to cover the basic practical part of business intelligence and data warehousing. So this video basically you are going to check out how to clean data, basically how to organize that, how to prepare data for analysis. So we are checking how are we going to prepare data to be used for analysis. Okay, this is a sales dump of a given company that is working in different countries. So this data is either extracted from a given database or data warehouse where we don't know, but we have to organize it for further analysis. Okay, so what are those things we look at? What are those things we are going to use? Okay, so let's first start. The things I think we need to check on, we need to check on the duplicates in data. We need to check of the collect data types. We need to check of for the duplicates. What I mean, if you look at this column, this is column. If you look at row 9, if you look at row number 9, we are able to see that given that some data was repeated. For example, you're seeing this 9 are very meta and very meta. This means this data is a duplicate. So we need to remove the duplicates in the data. Another part, if you look at this column C, it's having two columns in it, but they're separated by a semicolon. So we have to transfer all the data we are seeing after this semicolon to another column. Okay, but we're not going to keep on taking one by one. Okay, it's the same here. You're seeing this region. Yeah, we are seeing East USA, East Mexico. Okay, it's a region and a country. They're two different columns, though in the dump they have given us, it's all in one column. So without wasting time, let's first start by cleaning up this very dump. We follow up. So we shall first remove these null values here. We're seeing these columns. We shall click them and click left click and we delete. So after highlighting, we shall continue. So the first thing we need to separate these columns. Okay, let's start by separating these columns. In case you're having one column that's having data that should have gone in a second column, how do we transfer that data without copying one by one? Okay, that's the first thing we're going to talk about. So we shall insert a new column here. Just go in this column D, press insert. Then we get the column we want to split. Okay, in Excel, this is called splitting. We are splitting one column into two columns. So, but for any data to be separated, it must have something that separates it. It can either be a comma, it can either be a semicolon, it can be a space. Now, in this scenario, we are seeing here, this data is separated by a semicolon. Okay, so we shall click this very column here. Look for our data tab. On the navigation, we are having home, insert, draw, page layout. Then we go on the data column. Under data column, we go on data tools. Okay, we are having a button of text to column. So that's where we're going to click. If you click it, it brings you a prompt like this. So we're not changing anything here. We just press next. So here they're asking us the limiters, the limiters that they're talking about here. What are we delimiting with? Is it a column? Is it a semicolon? Is it a space or other? If it's other, then you specify it here. Okay. So according to our data, remember first it is divided by a semicolon. Okay. So we shall click on semicolon. Okay. Now if you look at in the data preview down here in the data table, it's showing us that these columns are going to separate by they're giving us a sample of how it's going to separate and which we exactly want to do. So we shall press next. Okay, so we shall leave other parts and we continue to finish. Okay, okay, then you're seeing we have separated this column to this column. So we shall bring our header, we separate the segment to the and the category. Okay, so this is done. But remember, this also happens in another column F, which is having region and country. But what's different from this column? This column, it doesn't have the semicolon, but it's having the space. So we want, whenever where we have the space, it creates another column. It goes to the column of country. So we shall first create the column here. Just press on G and press insert. So we shall transfer, rename this as country. So we want the region to be East and then the country be Mexico. The region to be East and the country is USA. The region to be Central and the country is Canada. Okay, we want to split also this column. So we shall go through the same process. Press the column you want, just navigate to the data tab, look for data tools, and the data tool there is text column. Okay, we are going to delimitate. Delimitate just means delimited splitting just means that we are going to use a given character or symbol. We are splitting the column by something inside the data. There's something that makes it different. Okay, so we shall press next. Now here on delimiters, we are going to check by space, because remember, we don't have, if you look at our data, we don't have something that separates these two. The only thing that separates these two is the space. So we shall select space. Okay, in case we are having a full stop here, we will select a full stop. In case we are having a comma, we shall select a comma. So we shall press next. By here on the data preview, it will show you how it's going to separate this data. So you confirm to next, and then you finish. Okay. Okay, then we call this column as country. Okay, it has created another column which we didn't intend to make. But remember, we for some countries, for example, United States, it had it had it's having 3 letters. United States as a country, it's having 2 words, United and States. That's the reason why you're having states at this side. So what we are going to do, we shall delete this column. Okay, but to put back that word United States, we shall come on this very column and we look for data tab again, and we look for find and replace. We shall look at it under home, and we look for find and replace. So select here, find and replace. So we want find where there is the word united. Okay, united, and we replace it with United States. Okay, then replace all, then you close. So if you look at this column back, we are having United States back. So we are having the column for region and country separate. Okay, that's one of the first things we do in uh, cleaning up data. That was all about splitting columns. Okay, so after splitting columns, we need to identify. If you look at this date, some of the parts are on the right, others are on the left. So this shows that the data type is not consistent. Because if you click on this and look here on the data type, it's having general, and then you click on this, it's having date, and then you click on this, it's having general, then this one date. So we need to put them in the correct order. So that's when we are going to do our data analysis or data analyzation. We are having consistent data types. So we shall click on the column, okay, then click on the data type you want to give it. So I'll give this a date format. Okay, I'll come and look for date, or we can come to the data tab. Okay, and then we go to the text column. Okay, then you press next, don't change anything. Here also press next, don't change anything. Make sure it is in delimiters, it's in tab. When it's tab, it's not going to change anything. Okay, then we press next. Okay, then here we are having the column data format, so we shall change to date. Then we select which date type do we need. Is it month, date, and year? Is it date, month, and year? Is it year, month, and date? Okay, according to the question or according to what you're analyzing. So on my side, I'll click month, date, and year, then finish. Okay, then by finishing that, you're seeing all the data type is consistent. When you click on it, it's all the same, it's uniform. So we shall do the same with other columns that are having the specific problem. So now that aside, so for removing decimal points, we shall do the same. You select the whole column. Okay, you come on home button, then there is these two under the number. Under the section of number, you can increase or decrease depending. So I'll first select this, come on the data, go to text column. Okay, leave this unchecked, also this one unchecked. So this one right now it's in general. Okay, but you can come and change it to text, change it to any data type that you want to or use. Okay, then I'll first change it to this. If you change it to this, it looks like this. So if you want to